to write about. Trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist. Am I worth anything or just a scout? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Spending time all alone, sending my songs to the phone, dreaming of a better home, while focused on trying to hone this craft, witchcraft. I hope the brujas let this last.
WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven. Behind the brand, myself, Prestige, and my partner in crime, Long Island Rays, Elm City made EZ Bluez is in the building. We got two great people with us. Actually, we've known for a very, very long time, EZ.
Yes. I have known Mark Lyon now for 9 years.
Wow.
9 years.
That's crazy.
9 years, actually 9 years this month that I stumbled into Stella Blues to watch an open mic and get a beer.
Oh, wow.
And it was that moment that changed my life forever. So thank you, Mark Lyon.
Thank you, Easy. You changed my life too.
Now I hope Chad gets another great introduction like that.
You want to know something? Honestly, like all in reality, Chad is like the measuring stick to, like, every time I think I've hit a wall artistically, I go like, what would Chad do? And I try to push myself just a little bit further. So yes, I feel the same way.
Cool.
So
Astronaut is in the building, everybody. Behind the brand. I feel like it's like a yearly tradition we have an interview with you guys. Like, I'm kind of loving this.
Yes.
I'm with this tradition every single year. It's really great for us. It's really healthy. Guys, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
How about yourself, Chad?
How about yourself, Chad? What's going on?
I've been doing a lot of furious editing. So like Astros had, the whole world's digital now. So not that it wasn't before, but like more so now. So we've had a handful of gigs gone virtual. So I'm all about the figure it out, do it yourself. So some of our like music videos, I've done the editing and filming of. So same concept. We go over to State House. We figure out a set. We record it, use our phones or cameras or whatever, and then I'll sit in my room for a couple weeks and then edit the thing. After Mark busts out the audio, is good. So yeah, I'm keeping busy.
So pretty much just like everyone else, adjusting to the new normal, and definitely you guys do it well. I know you have an upcoming show. I believe it's October 3rd. It's in Bridgeport right now. Am I correct?
Yeah. So with that show, like I've been getting gig offers and this and that, and it's been hard to be like, yeah, I'll do that, because then we're bringing people together in a time that, strangely enough, we're not supposed to bring people together.
Yeah.
But when we got this email for this show, the like social distance guidelines and the mandatory masks and all that, made me feel a little more comfortable. Like they're gonna have areas roped off to like completely enforce social distancing. It's be outside in the daylight. So I was like, you know what? Maybe we could go for this, because like it made me feel a little more comfortable. Because the last thing we want to do is bring people together and have people infect each other, of course, But this seems like a more healthy, safe way of bringing live music to people.
And what's incredible too is you've taken this show, and it's kind of like a showcase. Every week from like the end of September and through October, they're going to be doing these outdoor shows through Full Blast Booking, and it's for a cause, and it's because of a friend. And we're going to get into that cause after this, but this gives us a great segue into the first song that we wanted to play. Kenny Mercer from Full Blast Booking lost a friend to suicide. So he's doing this whole series as a suicide awareness. And, this is the year anniversary of us losing a very dear friend ourselves. And Mark, why don't you talk a little bit about that and introduce this song as a tribute to our good brother?
So a year ago today, we lost a very dear longtime friend and fellow artist, Justin Bensatango, aka Just Juan, aka Just the Wop. And he was a hip hop artist that I played in his band for 9 years. And he had moved down to North Carolina, but would still come up to visit, and we would do a show every time we would come to visit, and this and that. As a matter of fact, most of that band is also part of Fat Astronaut, because the drummer is Mike Knobloch, who is the percussionist of Fat Astronaut. The bass player was Mike Russo, who was the original bassist of Fat Astronaut. And then Brennan Wolf would fill in for Russo whenever he couldn't do the gig. And now Brennan Wolf is the bass player of Fat Astronaut because Russo moved to Colorado. So they're very much, like Fat Astronaut was very much like birthed from, Justin Company. So like we did this show at Stella Blues on St. Patrick's Day one year, and this dude came in. He came through with a Winnebago that he completely gutted and turned into a portable recording studio. And he parked in the parking lot next to Stella Blues and snaked all his cables and recording mics into Stella Blues and mic'd us up. And so that's where this track Feelings comes from.
Feelings
by Justin Company.
Rest in peace, Doug.
About to liven it up in the building. It's St. Patrick's Day. We're gonna come to you live and direct from New Haven. Big shout to New Haven, Connecticut. Are y'all ready?
What's goody? What's goody? Turn me up a little bit. Listen. Hey, y'all, check. I hope they bang this on your campuses to where they pull a hammer quick, dabbing every hand to be a fan of this. But you a pussy punk, probably couldn't stand the piss. Means I'm the wolf that you dudes ain't dancing with. Eat the fruits of my labor fool, Granny Smith. Yeah, the boy fit to send a message like I stamp my spit. Taking jamming and damning, I'm such a handsome kid. Famous, but I plan to gamble chips to get my family quit. Know that Justin got him jumping like a band of ships. Ready got the Danny Pip, spread it like it's cancer risk. I'm the man of my chance and I'm about to handle biz. Faces around in the fence when these snakes in the flip. Got the penny strips when they be the damnest smiths. Ever since the chance to hit something that I can't resist. Slept on, overcome the disadvantages. Fall with a champion palm, understand the risk. Yeah, they said I couldn't do it, boy, but I fit the prove it for. Passionate, that's what I was suing for. These are feelings in the truest form. We weathering through the storm and they got when it off. Yeah, they said I couldn't do it, boy, but I fit the prove it more. Passionate, that's what I pursuing for. These are feelings in the truest form. We weathering through the storm and they doubt when it do's to move along. But then I'ma return to my city and bring the live estate. They say my jam is bananas, that means it's kinda AIDS. Every kid claiming they king will always despise the AIDS. I'm a product, you common dollars is pocket change. Just the fraud, speaking of feds, son of you coppers big. When you score when we walking, it's like what's poppin' Jay. Got the boys singing more red than a Holland ring. I want a private lake, islands with a yacht will take. Less bygones is grace, always stick around the lake. I'm a rocket stage, even when my guap is straight. Good dick, keep a swung out and lobster face. Then it's a rail, but hook free to eat your junk food. Scatter when I come through, snacking like they junk food. The real respect, I ain't just another punk dude. Take him out the class, don't pass, I'm getting son school. Yeah, they said I couldn't do it, boy, but I fit to prove it more passionate. That's what I was doing for. These are feelings in the truest form. We weathering through the storm and they down when it dudes the rule of law. Yeah, they said I couldn't do it, boy, but I fit to prove it more passionate. That's what I was doing for. These are feelings in the truest form. We weathering through the storm and they down when it dudes the rule of law. Yeah, if they down when it dudes the rule of law. Trip on LSD and listen to the Tiger the True. Wifey jealousy has got me super high in my room, and I ain't even fit to kick it with the slime of my crew. Twist core, get lost, all I'm trying to do. These insecurities subside when I slide in the booth. That's why I rhyme, I need to vibe when this fire consumes. Got my start in the cellar, then climb to the roof. Got this heavenly divine, man, I am the proof. Yo, begin hallucinating while I'm rolling West Shore. I'm on the stupid pace, but hope to put the quest for. I got the clue today to focus on the quest for. The stars illuminate the road, so I'm a step forward. I drop another dose while it's on my mother nose. What's up my shadows, till I travel with a ton of smoke. Past the gravel, now I paddle, feel the undertow. Winning all around, take a couple toes, something dope. Yeah, they said I couldn't do it, boy, but I think the proof I'm more passionate. That's what I'm pursuing for. These are feelings in the truest form. We weathering through the storm and they down when it dudes the rule of law. Yeah, they said I couldn't do it, boy, but I think the proof I'm more passionate. That's what I'm pursuing for. These are feelings in the truest form. We weathering through the storm and they down when it dudes the rule of law. Yeah, they said I couldn't do it, boy, but I think the proof I'm more passionate. That's what I'm pursuing for. These are feelings in the truest form. We weathering through the storm and they down when it dudes the rule of law. Yeah, they said I couldn't do it, boy, but I think the proof I'm more passionate. That's what I'm pursuing for. These are feelings in the truest form. We weathering through the storm and they down when it dudes the rule of law.
Justin Company.
Yo.
That was a great live song, man. I believe that was on Stellar Blues. Am I right, Lion?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
yeah, man. They always killed it over there, man. They always did. I never had the chance, unfortunately, to see Justin Company live, but I saw past videos, and they definitely brought an audience. That audience grew every time they were on that stage. Him and Console was just pure magic. There was a chemistry that was just unknown between those two guys, man. And if you haven't experienced them live, like me, I know Dustin has and you two have, it's definitely just unexplainable how good they are. I mean, it's really great just to see. I know I saw Council live and you two live Lion performing together, but it's just an undescribable feeling, just them coming together and bringing a whole gift to the audience. And I definitely think you can agree with that.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, brother. Dustin, you all right, man?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Look, first of all, I love the fact that it was Feelings that was the song, because obviously it happens. And look, pain. This is to give you a little bit of foreshadowing. This is good pain that you need to deal with, and this is good pain that you need to be able to relate to, and this is good pain that's necessary to move forward, and to grow. And it hurts a bit, but it's a good hurt, because that means there was a real love, So.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That helps me put things into perspective as well,
Definitely.
And he's probably looking down at you guys now and happy for the success you guys are doing and the future success, if I can barely speak, because I got so many great thoughts coming through my head in my cranium right now. On WNHH LP 103.5 FM New Haven, behind the brand, I got Fat Astronaut with me. Let's just go back to memory lane. The name is so great. Tell our audience, who's just probably introducing you guys for the first time, why the name Fat Astronaut? I know I always ask this question, but go right ahead, guys.
So I was listening, our percussionist Mike Knobloch, who I've been playing music with for years,
absolutely
sat me down and had me listen to Hiatus Coyote one day.
Okay.
And I instantly became like a huge fan. And one day I was chilling out listening to Hiatus Coyote, and I said to myself, man, I need to start a new project that is like outer spacey and weird, but still like funky with like a big fat booty. And then I was like, fat booty, outer space, fat astronaut. It was like seconds, yo, seconds. And then I hollered at Chad. Chad, tell him.
Yeah, that's how he explained the origin of the name to me too. Every time, that's the math.
Right.
Yeah. So prior to Fat Astronaut getting together, I was just a solo artist. But I was looking to expand my creativeness palette, whatever, to a larger span. To have a band, whether it's to sing my songs or to make new songs. And so Mark and I had a gig together, the D'Angelo tribute show. And that's where we really linked with Liz Dillinger, St. Mercedes, and then I think we had another show with like I was in Oris Jenkins' band, and you were in Snoopy Garland, right, or something like that. And so we had met up a couple times. He reached out about starting a band, and it just happened to fall in line with me going from just singing over things that I had produced, pushing the play button and then just like letting it roll, which wasn't doing it for me, into transitioning into doing like vocal looping things to the band. And then like we meet up at Robbie Chemical's house. We squeezed into his basement, and Mark plays me the riff for Green Eyes, and like pretty instantaneously I had the Green Eyes, and it's just worked like that since. He'll play something, or like someone in the band will play something, and I'll be like, hold up, let me get my phone, let me hang on. And then I'll present some things, and then that's what it is. It's Fat Astronaut is like just an organically shifting, flowing band of people that don't mind being around each other and having to make like solid music together.
So it was always meant to be, it felt.
Yeah, fate's a thing for sure.
Definitely. What kind of genre do you feel your music is? Because it's a little touch of just a little bit of everything when you hear it, especially when...
Yeah, because it's like hip hop, jazz, rock, sort of grungy, sort of like panicky, experimental. So I think Mark and I, where we landed, was it like sometimes it's space hop, sometimes it's like in
like indie soul.
Yeah, indie soul, something like that. But it's sort of a fusion of things. So future soul kind of, I think, covers.
I like that.
All of the bases.
I like to think of this generation's Parliament.
Okay.
A little bit in a great way, because there was definitely ahead of their time, their music. I mean, you definitely like to push the envelope when it comes to your creativity. I mean, I can even see it when you were on the stage, Chad, when I saw you at Musical Intervention, and you had, I think it was like a little beat machine that you had, and you just made your own beat, like just from the start, like the whole band was setting up. So like every piece is something when it goes out to your performance. Like when you have a good, like no one's really paying attention to the drummer setting up because one person in the band is doing an amazing solo, and then people are really interested in that. Like everything is really carefully orchestrated when it comes to just seeing you guys performing live, and it's just a great feeling. Sometimes I feel it's off the cuff, and it's just natural just seeing you guys with that, because you guys just really blend together well, and it's good seeing the band grow. I feel, how long this band's been around? For good, like about 4 years now, and just seeing all this success locally is just crazy. I remember seeing you guys on Hartford Courant one time, and then just on these other articles, and it's just really fresh just to see that. Like you really don't see that out of an independent band. working so well. And I think word of mouth is the best thing when it comes to you, just chemistry wise. And stop me if I'm wrong, please. Just stop me if I'm wrong.
Oh, please continue.
Well, first of all, I love the term future soul. I think that's perfect. And from an artist point of view, Prestige, most artists hate the word, hate the question, what style of music are you?
It's hard to answer.
Rock and roll.
I will put that in my mental notepad, Easy Blues. I'll definitely. You can't really go too generic here.
No, that's the whole thing. And that's, people forget because music is probably one of the most commercialized art forms there is. Yes. And they forget that it's still art. And you're not supposed to have, to be a good artist, you have to be boundaryless. And that's what you guys do so incredibly well, is you stay completely boundaryless. And you take these incredible chances that pay off in this beautiful landscape. I absolutely love every second of it. I listen to your guys' stuff pretty much once, twice, 3 times a week, just because I'm a huge fan. And then what's even better is you guys are all quality human beings on top of that. And I just think that's awesome. So.
Oh, it really is. It definitely is. Now, tell me what it's like just being in an interracial band, because everybody has something different just to bring to the table. And it's just really an organic feel, just seeing you guys just create and just seeing you guys just evolve over this short amount of time. I think at least 4+ years you guys been together. Oh, man. Crickets.
So, like, everyone comes with a different sort of musical dialogue. We all speak our own very unique musical dialogue. There's a commonality in music of, like, these instruments go together and you can put these components together, but how you put the components together, how you take each Lego piece and, like, build what you're building makes all the difference. So, like, Mark loves Snoop Dogg, right? Yes. But Mark is also a metalhead. So that combo is, like, I don't personally come across that very often. And, like, I grew up really listening to, like, the hits of the 80s. Like, I couldn't listen to all of the radio stations, the 95.7s, the 93.7s and all that, but I'd listen to, like, Light 100.5 and, like, 96.5. Right. So I was getting, like, the hits of the hits of, like, Elton John and Celine Dion and Stevie Wonder, and, like, that's what's embedded in my brain, those melodies, those grooves, those storytellings and things. So that's what I like to bring when I'm singing and telling stories in these ways. And then, like, Grits and Travis, they, like, played in church, and they got the soul digs and grooves. Grits is also Stephen Grits King is also, like, an actor. He does some, like, plays and things. He's also like a teacher. He's also, like, hella funny. He's very quick on his feet. He's witty. Dylan, he, like, went to Oberlin. He plays flute. He's a walking encyclopedia of musical existence. I don't understand how he keeps all of that in his mind, but he's got it in there. And he also has the driest humor of any human I have ever met, and it's the best. It's the funniest. It's the greatest thing for me. I love me some good dad jokes, some good dry humor, some just like oh wow you said that, Dylan. You really said that. So, like, the combo of us all, and, like, now of drums and audio engineering background, and Brendan is, like, a nerd, you know, but he's like a graphic designer and like a killer bass player. And so the combination of us getting together just it has taught me to relinquish control, because prior to this band, I was in the total seat of control for my music. I might not master it, I might not have mixed it at that time, but what I said, how it came out, the composition, the form, the simplicity or complexity, the sounds, was all on me. So this band has taught me how to collaborate and incorporate other people's minds and energy and thoughts and things. Like Mark, Dylan, Grits, Brendan can all speak the language of music, like music theory. They can be like, yeah, you know, let's go to the E flat, let's go Dorian and flip around the Mixolydian twice. And I'd be like, hang on, and go back. Well, hang on, you know. And the fact that Mark is our MD, our musical director, and can translate what I can't say into language that they can understand. Because I'll just be like, do the na 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 na, you know, just hit the that, you know. And sometimes that's not enough, because they'd be like, wait, what note is that? I'm like, you know, I don't know what note that is. But Mark would be like, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around this chord. Let's try this progression, and then let's switch it around. So it's just it's a good exchange of it's a good nucleus of minds coming together to make whatever comes out. You know, everything's fair game, everything's on the table. It's what does the music justice rather than our individual egos justice, you know. It's about the music. Yeah.
Amen.
And that's your biggest challenge as a band?
What's our biggest challenge?
Is that your biggest challenge, just learning from each other and trying to find new ways for your music, trying to explore ways to go outside the box? Just what I got from Chad's answer?
Nah, we're fire with all that.
That's not a challenge. Showing up on time for practice is a challenge.
Yes. On the list of challenges, yes. Being able to so like prior Corona, we had a pretty set schedule and a place to record. So we'd meet just about weekly and do what we need to do, figure out whatever for whatever show and whatever plans we had. Things have gotten crazy, if you guys haven't noticed. So changed a little bit. Schedules are different. People's families are all over the place. Their jobs are all over the place. So scheduling and also showing up on time, like not 2 hours late because you took a nap, is sometimes sometimes a difficult task. Yes, but I would say that the most difficult portion of the band and being an entrepreneur and just figuring out this life thing is the business aspects, really. So like you could be very talented and very skilled and very passionate and very driven in your craft, but if your business is trash, you won't get as far as you want to get. And that's just the cold, hard reality of it. And so we have been working slowly into figuring out what we need as a brand, as an entity to push forward. Now, that ideology was different, again, prior Corona, because I don't really know what the world looks like now or after this. But it is, it's still something we have to figure out. But it is nice to know that we have a group of people who are voluntarily there to make good music together and like art and things. Like if we go world tour and we do that for the rest of our lives, that's so great. That's what I want. But if like, we are only capable of making really good music and really good art, we all agree, like, that's cool. You know, that's what makes life worth living. The art, the community, the camaraderie. So I'd say business. Business is always my problem. Music's not a problem. I don't doubt myself in that place. Nah.
Yeah, business. We need a manager.
Well, see, this is what I think is really interesting, because a couple of years ago, we were lucky enough to do the Elm City Music Festival together. And Chad, you were there for a lot of the panels. And always with your notebook out, just taking as many notes as possible and like hanging on everyone's of the panelists' words and trying to grow and develop in that type of avenue as well. And that's kind of like why we do this show Behind the Brand, is so that artists understand that there is a business side to this, that there is a fact that you have to make sure you have enough money coming in to cover the expenses of the money going out. And I think that's absolutely amazing. And I love that you touched on that, because I remember 3 years ago, you and that notebook, and just literally and asking the tough questions. I mean, you pushed when the panel pushed you pushed back, and you had the courage to push back. And I think that's great.
Yeah, you got to be open, willing, and able to ask questions, be wrong, experiment on some things, and try. So like on a business standpoint, what we found works best for the band is that it should theoretically run itself or like fund itself. So we do shows, we get paid for shows, and you know, sometimes we get paid, but that isn't our necessarily our focus, because merchandise costs money, traveling costs money, food costs money, like other things. So if studio time, rehearsal space, whatever. So if the money coming in, like you said, the money coming in can funnel back to the money going out, and it kind of does this cycle of like, let's try some things. All right, we'll try it. We'll get some hats. We'll get some t-shirts, whatever, and let's try some other things. Let's see what works. That business model, at least for now, is functioning to sustain itself at the very least. At the very least, we're like, you know, we're floating. We got a little water, you know, we're breathing.
Right. Well, that's a great segue, because now that you've mentioned the hats and the shirts, where could the listener right now find your merchandise?
Okay, so I think I sent you guys a link tree, maybe. Yes. Did I send you a link tree?
You sent us the bio. So, I don't know about the link tree.
Oh, well, I'll do that as I'm talking. There's so if you go on our like Instagram, and you can reach out if you want to see some of like the hats and things, but t-shirt wise, there's a great shop in the Hartford area called the DNA Shop, and so we have set up a online website thing with them, and there are a couple t-shirt designs that you can choose from, and they will make your shirt, send it to you. And
awesome.
That's that. They have t-shirt options. The hat options are not on there, but hey, get a t-shirt.
Yeah, I bought a PK Sad Boy shirt from there. Shout out to PK Sad Boy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rock some Fat Astronaut merch, man. Definitely looking really well in that. But please tell us about the upcoming music that you have, you know, that's coming out soon, because we're going to premiere a track in a couple minutes. Which track are we going to premiere, Izzy?
Good Pain. We got the green light to premiere Good Pain.
Good Pain?
Yeah, no, I'm so excited. I listened to it last night. I was dancing.
Okay.
We got the green light.
Nice.
All right, cool. Well, let's see. So we released our first project in 2018, right? And then we have done a couple live albums. We played at Broken Bowl a couple times, which is great. Broken Bowl is so great. And so we recorded those, and those are on our Bandcamp. Those will also be in the link tree. And so in this process since then, we have been working on our next album, next project. I'd say we're, I don't know, halfway done, I suppose.
Nice.
And every time we meet up, there's the likely case that something new will be made or recorded. So beyond that project, there's like a lot of sonicness between the band. But one of we just released a song, Rare Fruit, that's available everywhere. It's lovely. And this song is called Good Pain. I wrote it about an arm cramp. It's not it was a really bad arm cramp, right? So I was at PST, Pacific Standard Tavern in New Haven.
Shout out to Adam.
We are at a show. For some reason, I think I worked out wrong or something, and my arm is just stuck in this position. And our drummer at the time, our original drummer, Chris Braun, is a massage therapist and knows some things about the body. So yeah, he's doing some work on my arm, and it hurts, but it hurts so good. You know, it's that good pain. And then someone else comes over, and they're like, "Oh, what you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm getting my arm massaged." And they're like, "Oh, yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, it hurts." And like, "Oh, okay, so it hurts good, like that good pain." I'm like, "Huh, yeah, good pain. I see. Yes." And truthfully, that's the moment where that thought came up. Think I made a mistake. Too late to turn back now. Sometimes you got to deal. No, you can't back out. Better figure it out. Oh, great. Like, but it was an arm cramp, but it can be applicable to many of things. It was just inspired by my broken arm.
That's awesome.
We got Good Pain on Behind the Brand on WNHH LP 103.5 FM New Haven with myself, Prestige, and my partner in crime, Long Island Rays, Elm City made EZ Bluez. Fat Astronaut, everybody.
Made a mistake. Well, it's too late to turn back now. Sometimes you gotta deal. No, you can't back out. Better figure it out. Okay. Overestimated. Am I trying to compensate for what? For who? You should take it slow. Don't assume that you are in the same damn shape like a rerun. Well, it's been a while since you were here. Fixed up your focus to finish the year. No, you cannot break, no, you cannot. You are the one at the front, need to say, I'm trying to feel that good pain. The time that makes me feel good. You can open up my brain. Walk around, touch the REU quick just for the hell of it. I'm dying, can you fix me? If I got some wrong ways, well, maybe if I could do better, learn a bit from you, I could be half as wise. That good pain, I got you. I do. Hey, I got you. I got you. I do. I do. Hey, I got you. I got you. Trying to feel that good pain. The time that makes me feel good. Thought you can open up my brain. Walk around, touch the artist for the hell of it. I'm dying, can you fix me? If I got some wrong ways, well, maybe if I could do better, learn a bit from you, I could be half as wise. That good pain, I got I got you. I got you. Yes, na-na-na-na. I do. Na-na-na-na. Oh yeah, I got you. I got you. Yes, I'm dying, can you fix me? we average wise. Could it be that I needed a catalyst? 'Cause to adapt is to survive. It takes is the right stimuli to make some change. Yes, please, that good pain, I got you.
Good pain. Fat Astronaut. WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven, behind the brand, Prestige, Easy Blues, Chad and Mark Lyon. Thank you for that great gift, man. That was really great. Good pain.
Yeah.
I get the whole premise of the song, but I felt no pain listening to it. That's all I gotta say. That's all I got to say, good brothers. That's all I got to say.
Your arm didn't cramp up when you were listening? Your arm didn't just like
no.
Oh, no, nothing with the arm.
Oh.
Just me. It's just me. Got it.
It was just, yeah. my heart welled up though. I was like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I'll take that good thing. Yeah.
That one's not released though, so don't go looking for that on the internet because you won't find it.
So we're saying sometime spring 2021, we're gonna get a good EP or LP from you guys again. That's it.
Sounds reasonable.
Sounds reasonable. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give people a little bit teased up. Just a little. But, you know, you have a lot of members inside your band, and I love how you were talking about how you have that great inner circle. You know, it's always good, trustworthy inside that band. Do sometimes you feel there's not enough within the Fat Astronaut family? Do you feel like you want to add a couple more members to this entourage you guys have, or you guys have just enough for the recipe?
I gotta admit.
Okay, so
go on, Chad.
Too much at one time. Was it too much at one time? Please let me know, guys. Too much at one time. That I just.
You go, Mark.
So we used to have, like, for a brief period of time.
Yeah.
I met this dude named Anthony. He went by Tony Motown. And he was on a gig with our sax and flute player, the furry flute man, Dylan. And they went to Oberlin together. And I was like, yo, this dude can sing. Oh, my goodness. So I went up to him. I was like, dude, yo, I have this band, Fat Astronaut. And I think it would be cool if he's, you know, did some like harmony vocals with us. And he was like, yeah. So that was like him. And we also used to play with another vocalist named Ro Godwin, who is a fantastic artist in her own right.
Mm-hmm. And next week's guest.
Oh, next week's guest. How about that?
Yes.
Bro, yes.
Yo, unmatchable, yo. Unmatchable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what an ear, what a personality, a voice, just like fantastic musician. So the two of them together just had this energy that was like nothing I had ever seen, and their harmonies and everything was like so beautiful. So for me personally, if we ever did expand it past 7 members that we have now, it would be like the two of them again. You know? How about you, Chad?
Yeah, having other vocalists is dope. And since I use like the vocal harmonizer, in my head, if we get both of them, also vocal harmonizers, that's like minimum 9 vocals, like at any time, with some crazy harmonies and some effects and things. So I would love that. We've talked about adding like an auxiliary, like keyboardist, or like more horns, which is cool, but then I'm thinking like logistically and business wise and financially, we already got 7 heads. We have 7 different that's difficult enough to manage and function and get in the same place and like make sure everybody's good and like getting what they need and like communicating and things like two extra singers doesn't sound so bad because that's like a me and them thing and like we can meet outside of the band and like that, but more instrumentalists like when the world was normal, you know, prior in the olden times, in the olden days. We were steering towards going on tour and working on like getting a van and traveling and like figuring out logistics of that. So 7 people is already like a packed van, and like you need stuff in there. So where 9 heads going? Where are 9 heads going? We could put a tent on the top for like camping out, but I don't know if they want to stay up there while we're driving on the road in the middle of like Idaho. I don't know.
Brendan,
so great. That's great. That's one. We need one more volunteer. Maybe you can volunteer. I don't know. But like, I'm thinking partially like it could be expansive in the sonic manner, but it sometimes too many cooks in the kitchen just makes for a backed up kitchen, you know. Sometimes too much is too much. So I'm open to it. If it so happens, I love the organicness of the organism of that astronaut. So if it comes up, then yeah, like you're good and want to play with us, and you're a nice human who gets along with these other humans, and we make good music, then I don't have an opposition. I'm in it for the music, but I also have to think business-wise, logistically, if we can afford in the future, if this does go bigger, more mechanism. So like if we blow up when we're billionaires, if I get Elon Musk type money, you know, unethical type money, you know, then yeah, I'm gonna have me a big band. I'm getting Frank Sinatra style big band. I'm getting the James Brown, but until that point.
I totally get it. Besides the show coming up in Bridgeport on October 3rd, are there any upcoming shows within the year before 2020 is out the door for FI Astronaut?
So we've got a live stream this weekend.
Okay.
For the Schubert Theater.
Awesome.
But of course we the State House has been like super generous to us during this pandemic. And, big shout out to Slate and Carlos from the State House. They're really helping us out. So we've been filming all our live streams there and rehearsing there. But this specific one was like paid for by the Schubert Theater, and it will be presented on their website. I think it's Sunday. I might be wrong.
This coming Sunday?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Is this your first time performing at the Schubert?
So it's our first time performing with the word Schubert on the bill.
Gotcha.
But we're not actually at the Schubert. We're at
the
house.
Fair enough.
The Schubert.
Fair enough.
Performing that.
I understand. Thank you. Times.
What a world, man.
Right?
What a world.
Like that, yeah.
But look at this, man. We're adjusting so well. I mean, we're all talking to each other right now. We're all trying to find ways to get connected with our audience. This pandemic, I said it in past interviews before, is separating the followers from the leaders. And you guys definitely sure are the leaders. Whatever happens, you're going to try to find whatever way possible to get in contact with your audience. It's that good pain. We all want good pain towards us because it makes us better and it makes us stronger. And we need that. We need that to adjust, and we need that to grow. We definitely do, guys. And you guys are really doing it. Like I said, with this show in Bridgeport, Mark, you're a little bit worried and a little bit scared. You don't want to, cause fans to get hurt or sick with that. But then you learn about the guidelines. Okay, guys, let's do this. We can definitely perform for our audience. And maybe this can lead to future shows in the spring and in the summer coming up in 2021. You don't know what opportunities that will bring to you guys for October 3rd. So it's really good for you guys just to bring stuff out there and for those live streams. So congrats to you guys. definitely working through this with this pandemic. And Chad, you got numerous hats, and you're proud to have those hats on. You're editing, you're doing stuff for videos, you're doing stuff that you not normally may do, but you're bringing that to it because you really care about your craft. And much respect to you, because a lot of people won't do that. Some people will just drop the ball right now because we passed a whole peak season of you guys. Not matter of fact, let me just show respect. We passed a whole peak season of independent musicians because this is the time they make their money in the spring and the summer. They go to shows, they network with different people, they go around and been with Easy. Before Shane Penguin, when he was going around trying to get his
trying to hustling,
going from pub to pub, going from bar to bar, and leading into a big stage like the State House. Many bands right now are not really blessed to have that. To go to the State House. So congrats to you guys. Congrats to you guys having that short success. And like Chad, how like you were saying earlier before in the interview about business, going to your business, caring about your business, caring about your brand, because that makes you guys grow. Like I said before, good pain. Now we got like a minute left in this broadcast for Behind the Brand. I wish we had a little bit more time, but just please, Mark, Chad, tell us about your social media. Plug your guys. This time is now for you. So I'm going to give the whole show to you guys now.
Chad, you want to do that?
Sure. So you can find us on YouTube, on Instagram. Our Instagram has our link tree in it. It has all of our YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, so on and so forth. It has the DNA merch shop, and all of our individual Instagrams and links will be over there. So I'd say just go to the IG. But yeah, we're talking about adapting to the times. So like the song says, to adapt is to survive. All it takes is the right stimuli to make some change. Yes, please. Yes, please. That good pain. I got you.
Yo, and I just want to say huge thanks to Easy and Prestige and Harry and everybody else at WNHH. What you guys are doing is really, really incredible. Congrats on this movement that you guys are making.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for doing this for independent artists all around. You guys are really appreciated. I love you very much.
Thank you.
103.5. Get me on the show. Your radio station. How did you open voiceovers? What's up?
Yeah, man.
You definitely got to talk.
Oh, man. I miss you guys, and I love you guys to death.
Behind the Brand, WNHH LP 103.5 FM New Haven, with myself, Prestige, and EZ Bluez. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Peace and love, y'all.
Well, it's too late to turn back now. Sometimes you gotta deal. No, you can't back out. Better figure it out. Okay. Overestimated. Am I trying to compensate for what? For who? You should take it slow. Don't assume that you are in the same shape like a rerun. Well, it's been a while since you were here. Fixed up your focus to finish the year. No, you cannot break, no, you cannot. You are the one at the front, need to set. I'm trying to feel that good pain. The time that makes me feel good. You can open up my brain. Walk around, touch the RE quick just for the hell of it. Dying, can you fix me? If I got some wrong ways, well, maybe if I could do better. God.